Do you get the respect you deserve? Many people feel that they don't. They feel disrespected by their job, by their friends, by their life. As Stoics, we believe that problems have solutions. If there's a problem in your life, you can fix it by changing those things that are within your power to change. Stopping feelings of disrespect is one of those things you can change. That's the Stoic way. In this video, we're going to teach you 7 techniques to stop disrespect and bring you the respect you deserve. The first technique is the simplest. To get the respect you deserve, you must have self-respect. What does that mean? It means that before others can respect you, you must respect yourself. Look inside yourself at the stories you tell about yourself and how you think about yourself. Self-respect is the foundation upon which all other forms of respect are built. When you lack self-respect, you unconsciously signal to others that you don't deserve their respect either. One example of this would be accepting treatment you know is beneath you. You can change that by removing yourself from those types of situations. Start by making a survey of your thoughts. Are they positive? Do you respect your achievements and the things you have done well? If you haven't, or if you don't, it's time to start. Marcus Aurelius was thinking of this when he said, "I have often wondered how it is that every man loves himself more than all the rest of men, but yet sets less value on his own opinion of himself than on the opinion of others." Self-respect begins with self-awareness. Take inventory of your strengths, weaknesses, values, and boundaries. What are you proud of? What have you accomplished that deserves acknowledgement? When you can answer these questions with conviction, you develop an inner stability that commands respect. Many people confuse self-respect with overconfidence, but they are not the same. Arrogance stems from insecurity. It's a mask worn to hide self-doubt. True self-respect allows for humility because it doesn't need outside validation. As Epictetus taught, it is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows. You can't learn self-respect if you think that deep down you don't deserve it. In practical terms, building self-respect requires daily practice. Start by speaking to yourself with the same dignity and consideration you would offer to someone you admire. Notice your self-talk. Is it harsh, critical, or dismissive? Would you speak to a colleague or friend that way? If not, why do you speak to yourself that way? The Stoics practiced daily reflection to build their mental muscles. Each evening, Marcus Aurelius would review his day, acknowledging where he lived up to his principles and where he fell short. If he did badly, he would commit to improvement. If he did well, he would acknowledge it. When you can be your own source of validation, rather than seeking it from others, the easiest place to start will always be with yourself. The second technique to get more respect is to make changes in your life to set yourself up to have more respect. Sometimes, if we're being honest, respect is a mask for bigger problems that take change at a deeper level. Respect starts inside you before others show it to you. When people treat you badly, trying to change them often fails. You might need to change your own life instead. Look at where you feel least respected. Is it at work, at home, with friends? These patterns show where change is needed. Think about your job. Do you dread talking to your boss or coworkers? A job that makes you feel small needs fixing. You might need new tasks, a new team, or a new job completely. You'll get more respect when your work matters and when the people around you act like it. Look at where you live. Does your home show self-respect or neglect? Even small improvements can change how you feel about yourself. A clean, organized space builds confidence. Your relationships matter most. The people around you affect how you feel. Ask yourself, who respects my boundaries? Who ignores them? It's okay to step back from people who put you down. Money problems can make you feel stuck in bad situations. Many people feel a connection between self-respect and not being deep in debt. For example, no one likes feeling like they're in a financial hole. If this describes you, make a simple plan to start moving in a better direction. But change takes time. You can't fix everything at once. Pick one area where change seems possible. Make one choice that shows self-respect, then another. The Stoics knew that respect comes from living by your values, not from controlling what others think. When you respect yourself, others notice. The third technique to get more respect is to focus on what you can control when dealing with others. The Stoics had a simple but powerful idea. Some things are up to us, and some things are not. When we forget this, we waste energy and feel upset. Take the example of a face-to-face conversation. In any such conversation, you only control a few things: your words, your appearance, your body language, and your intentions. That's it. You cannot control how others hear you, what they think of you, or how they respond. Most frustration comes from trying to control these things you can't control. Before important talks, take a moment to remind yourself what's yours to control and what isn't. This creates a mental space of calm around you. The Stoics used a mental trick they called the reserve clause, a thought they would add to any action. I will speak clearly if nothing gets in the way. This clause reminds you that your control has limits. It's not about lowering your standards. It's about putting your energy where it works. In our face-to-face example, you could focus on choosing clear words, keeping a respectful tone, and checking your true intentions. In a corporate setting, that might mean having a face-to-face conversation, but also following it up with an email and doing some extra work. All that makes more sense than trying to manage how others react. However, when someone misunderstands, don't get defensive. Simply say, "I think I wasn't clear. Let me try again." When someone gets angry, remember their feelings are theirs to manage, not yours. Notice how much mental space opens up when you stop trying to control what others think of you. This freedom builds natural confidence, and strangely, when you focus less on getting respect, you often get more of it. This takes practice, especially when emotions run high. Start with easy conversations. Notice when you slip into trying to control others' reactions. Gently bring your focus back to your words, tone, and intentions. Over time, this creates a calm center that others can sense. They may not know why, but they feel it. You become someone who speaks clearly without neediness, listens without defensiveness, and stands firm without unnecessary aggression. This quiet strength becomes your foundation, not because you demanded respect, but because you stopped chasing it and focused instead on what truly matters: how you act. Our next technique builds on the last one. Once you've established a conversation where respect is a problem, how do you manage it? This is when it's time to use our fourth technique to get more respect. Embrace discomfort in difficult situations. Most people run from hard talks. They avoid saying what needs to be said. They stay silent when treated poorly. This feels safer in the moment, but it costs you respect in the long run. The Stoics knew that facing difficulty makes you stronger. Seneca said, "Difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body." Just as muscles grow from strain, your ability to handle tough talks grows when you practice them. Avoiding hard conversations sends a clear message. You don't value yourself enough to face discomfort. Others pick up on this quickly, and their respect for you drops. When you feel disrespected, try something simple but powerful. Tell the person directly, not with anger or blame, but with calm clarity. For example, when you interrupt me in meetings, I feel like my ideas aren't valued. I would appreciate it if you'd let me finish my thoughts. Your heart might race. Your voice might shake. This is normal. The body reacts to social discomfort the same way it reacts to physical danger. But unlike physical danger, this discomfort won't harm you. Stay present during a hard moment. Notice your breathing. Keep your feet flat on the floor. Speak slower than feels natural. These small actions help you stay grounded when emotions rise. If the other person gets defensive or angry, remember their feelings are theirs to manage, not yours. Sometimes just naming the disrespect changes everything. The person might not have realized how their behavior affected you. Other times, nothing changes immediately. The value comes from honoring yourself enough to speak up. You did what you could, and that's an important first step. With practice, these conversations become less frightening. You build a reputation as someone who addresses issues directly but respectfully. People learn they can't dismiss you without consequence. Each time you face a difficult conversation, instead of avoiding it, you prove to yourself that you're worth standing up for and that you can do it. The Stoics called this voluntary discomfort, choosing the harder path when it aligns with your values. In time, what once felt impossible becomes merely uncomfortable. What felt uncomfortable becomes routine, and what began as disrespect ends with more respect. Our fifth technique is about criticism. Accept justified criticism with equanimity and dismiss unjustified criticism without taking offense. How you handle criticism affects how others see you. Most people either get defensive or feel crushed when criticized. Both reactions lower respect. The Stoic way offers something better. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If you are pained by any external thing, it is not this thing that disturbs you but your own judgment about it." This simple idea can change how you deal with feedback. When someone criticizes you, take a breath before you answer. Ask yourself, is there truth here I can use? If yes, thank them for the insight. This shows real confidence. Most people can't admit mistakes without feeling shame. You can show you're strong enough to take it. Good criticism helps you even when it hurts. It shows you things about yourself you couldn't see on your own. Use it as free advice for getting better. Not all criticism is helpful, though. Some comes from jealousy, anger, or someone else's problems. Many people who disrespect others project their issues onto you. This kind of criticism you can ignore. As Marcus Aurelius said, "If any man despises me, that is his problem. My only concern is not doing or saying anything deserving of contempt." When faced with unfair criticism, simply say, "I'll think about that." Then privately decide if it has any truth. If not, let it go without drama. Your calm response shows your self-respect. Notice how much mental space opens up when you stop trying to control what others think of you. This freedom builds natural confidence. Strangely, when you focus less on seeking respect, you often receive more of it. This takes practice, especially when emotions run high. Start with easy conversations and notice when you slip into trying to control others' reactions. Gently bring your focus back to your words, tone, and intentions. Our sixth technique is to speak to the best in others. We've already mentioned the importance of telling people when you feel disrespected, but you also need to incentivize people to try kindness for a change. Consider the possibility that the way you are speaking to others is causing some of that disrespect you're struggling against. You might be able to do better, and that could help solve the problem. Many people speak to the worst in those around them, focusing on mistakes, weaknesses, or flaws. This approach might feel powerful in the moment, but it comes at the cost of being harsh. Not every situation calls for harshness. The Stoics knew a better way. They understood that how you speak to others reveals your own character. When you address the highest part of another person, you show the highest part of yourself. Reflect for a moment on how you can be inspirational. You too can be a leader. Each time you speak, you have a choice to pull others in or push them away. This power exists in every conversation. In friendly situations, when you notice someone struggling, don't focus on their failure. Speak to their potential. "I know you can handle this" carries more weight than "you always mess this up." In many situations, look for opportunities to improve conversations. Notice your language for signs that you're speaking down to others. Phrases like, "you wouldn't understand," or "let me explain this simply" can cause feelings of disrespect. Replace them with language that assumes intelligence and good intent. At the same time, remember that if you're doing the work but someone else consistently shows disrespect, you don't have to follow suit. The best revenge is not to be like your enemy. By speaking to the best in others, you help create it. When you create a respectful environment, respect flows more naturally to you. Our seventh and final technique to gain respect is to ensure your words align with your actions. Think about people you respect. They likely do what they say they will do. Their words carry weight because their actions support them. Marcus Aurelius put it simply, "Waste no more time arguing what a good person should be. V1. Start small with this practice. Make promises you know you can keep. If you say you'll call someone back, do it. If you commit to a meeting time, be there on time. These small victories build trust in yourself and inspire respect from others. When you make mistakes, own them directly without excuses. Say, "I was wrong," or "I made a mistake." Avoid blaming others or external circumstances. This focus on integrity applies not just to major moral choices, but also to daily decisions. As you strive to keep your commitments, each act reinforces your self-respect. This alignment fosters greater self-awareness and confidence, impacting how you carry yourself and how others respond to you. Respect naturally follows when you embody the qualities you wish to see in others. Now you have 7 powerful techniques to earn the respect you deserve. 1. Build self-respect first. 2. Make changes in your life to support respect. 3. Focus on what you can control. 4. Have the difficult conversations. 5. Handle criticism wisely. 6. Speak to the best in others. 7. Make sure your words match your actions. Start with systems that protect your dignity while making choices that demonstrate who you truly are. Remember, do not accept disrespect as normal. Each step towards self-improvement sets a positive precedent. Begin with just one technique today. See how it feels, then build upon it one day at a time. In our upcoming videos, we'll share more ancient Stoic wisdom to assist you in overcoming daily struggles. These ideas all point to one truth: living the good life requires a complete mental approach. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications to join our Stoic community. Your comments help others find these tools when they need them the most. Until next time, remember what Seneca said: "It is the mind that makes us happy in whatever condition we are." Now it's up to you to live the Stoic life and become the person you were meant to be.